sitting here today with none other than Cynthia Kiang. She is the Director General of Taiwan International Trade Administration, popularly known as TITA. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Truly a pleasure sitting with you and talking to you right here in Taipei.
My pleasure as well.
So first things first, the topic is really something that's very close to your heart. What policies and vision does the Taiwanese government really envisage in terms of taking this issue and this subject forward?
Yes. I would like to share with you that we have made significant progress in sustainable development, especially in the area of energy transition. Actually, we have already made it into the law that we will have net zero carbon emission by the year 2050.
Okay.
And by 2030, the energy sector will have 30% from renewable sources. So we've been working very hard toward energy transition. And also through educational campaign or public outreach, we want to raise the public awareness about the importance of sustainable practice. For example, Taiwan has one of the world's most efficient circular economy practice. So this time, we have come up with a new campaign, Go Green with Taiwan. We would like to invite international partners to work together with us and to come up with creative ideas of how to use Taiwan green products, Taiwan green technology in order to work toward this vision of sustainable development. So we welcome Indian research institutes or academia or anyone to join us in this campaign.
The relationship between Taiwan and India has become increasingly close. Will there be more cooperation we will see in the future in the area of sustainability with India?
Of course. India has always been a very important trading partner for Taiwan. Especially we know that India is becoming the third largest economy in the world.
Correct.
Very soon. So I think this add fuel, this add momentum for bilateral collaboration. And there are already more than 250 Taiwanese companies having investment in India.
Oh,
yes. This will not only relates to investment, this will also bring more trade between our two sides.
Here's wishing Taiwan more power and, of course, more power to the India-Taiwan relationship as we go forward. Thank you so much for your time, Cynthia.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm sitting today with the chairman of TAITRA. That's none other than James Kwang. I hope I've got your name right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
yes.
James Kwang.
James Kwang, correct.
Truly a pleasure to be interviewing you in your home city, Taipei.
Thank you, and the pleasure is mine.
So, lots has been covered during our, visit to Taipei.
Mm-hmm.
But what I need to ask you is essentially this whole AI obsession and global focus that the world has currently.
Yes.
What policies and vision does Taiwan have in this regard in terms of AI together with your green sustainable focus coming together?
When it comes to AI supply chain and ecosystem, Taiwan is probably the most important country to work with for those U.S. tech companies. And so in that regard, international collaboration for the future AI industries are extremely important. And as far as Taiwan is concerned, it is the policy of my president, President William Lai, to turn the country into a AI-driven green nation. We possess the most important AI supply chain companies to support global tech companies for the future AI applications. And so it's President Lai's policy to turn the country into an AI-driven green nation.
Sure.
By green nation, we mean a nation that has come up with the latest cutting-edge green solution assisted by AI technologies to work with our partners all over the world.
You know, it's a very interesting initiative that you've launched today with Go Green Taiwan.
Yes.
My question to you specific, I know that you have a cash reward of $20,000.
Yes.
But how are you going to empower these creators and partners of yours?
Well, as you correctly said, money is not the object.
Sure.
The goal is to foster partnerships. So by joining this program, global innovators, no matter where you are or which country you come from, will have the opportunity to work with Taiwanese green supply chain companies.
Okay.
And so the business opportunities are more important than the cash reward.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, James, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Wishing you all the best for this amazing new campaign, and hopefully your country and mine will have a lot more sustainable and long-term partnerships to ensure this green revolution. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
As part of this green journey, we spoke to the Circular Taiwan Network, a pioneering organization championing circular economic practices. Charles Huang, the founder, shared insights into their mission and the impactful work they're doing. I am today standing with a very special person, somebody who's very contra to everything that we hear normally about businesses. It's Charles Huang. I hope I got your name right.
Yes, you did. Very well. Thank you.
The founder of the Circular Taiwan Network, a very, very interesting concept that I hope to be educated about in the next few minutes with your interaction.
I'm delighted.
Yeah. So, Charles, you know, this Circular Taiwan Network, which you founded, I believe conceptually this is important for the world. But I'd like you to get down to basics and assume you're all ignorant and tell me, what is the difference between a circular economy versus a linear economy?
In a nutshell, let me begin with the nutshell. Linear economy is an economic form that dated back to the first day of Industrial Revolution. And in that linear economy is based on privatizing the benefits and profits, but considering publicizing the cost and risk as the norm of a society. So on the contrary to that is circular economy. And the reason we need to have a circular economy is that the way we look at, the only way we're gonna be able to solve the problems that we face, in fact, collective problems, cross-border problems we face today, is reach deep into the core of the problem, which is the economic model. And this is where we need to transition from linear economy to circular economy. We are advocating for what I call the inclusive model, inclusive circular model, regenerative circular model, and restorative circular model.
Yeah. Charles, what you're proposing and is rather revolutionary. My question is, while it sounds great in theory, how do you actually convert what you're suggesting into real life practices, simply because the current ecosystem is not designed for this? So how do you actually make that big mindset change?
I think there's a cliche that everything is possible when your timeline for change is longer. It's easy to change that in the short term. So the foundation that I have is designed not so much to try to solve the problem for our generation, not even perhaps the next generation, but it indeed must take place for future generations. So what I generally tell people, it is very difficult, but it's not impossible as long as you are looking at the issues closely, intensely, and then having a commitment for generational change. So this is where the circular accounting comes in.
How realistic is this, and what kind of headway have you seen via your work and your initiative to the Circular Taiwan Network, where you're seeing some amount of hope and progress in this area?
To answer your question, we typically look at linear economy, or we typically talk about green or carbon reduction. We use the term the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle.
Right.
But circular economy basically say, that's a linear context. And why is it a linear context? It's about doing less bad. But one need to be reminded, less bad does not necessarily mean more good. So redefining the needs, we see a lot of progress in that area, especially with younger generation. With our training programs in high schools and universities, we are making good progress.
You're right. It needs to start there.
Yes, we need to begin with younger generations. So circular economy, in short, is 3 R plus 2 R, and 2 R precedes the 3 R's. Redefine and redesign the system that we have. And we are making good progress by approaching younger generation, and they are very responsive too, by the way.
Well, on that note, Charles, thank you so much. This has been a very, very insightful and educational interview for me.
Thank you for visiting Taiwan. I hope you have a good trip.
Thank you so
Look forward
much.
to continue.
Thank you so much.